So good morning and welcome to day 5 of the Captain's Vlog. It's 6 minutes past 7 in the morning and I'm just leaving Heigham. Behind me is the swing bridge and we're just on tick over, but we've got the GPS telling me we're doing 5 miles an hour, so the tide's really ripping out fast here. Bit of a serious issue last night. I had a shower and I wondered why when I got out of the shower everything seemed to be on the lean quite a lot, and I came out and looked, and about a foot of the last part of the upper rubbing strake, the defendering that goes around the whole top side of the boat, was caught on the concrete key heading, but it had literally just sort of settled and the boat had gone like this, and luckily I had enough strength and it had happened just in time to push the boat off. But the problem with this boat is that it has got quite a little bit of an overhang, especially at the stern, and that's what had happened. So then I tied a fender there because I knew obviously that the tide would go back out before I was up, and it did, and the fender stopped the rubbing strake from catching on the key heading, but it did its job and sacrificed itself. It has deflated, so better that than be stuck at Heigham. And I adjusted the lines again. It's just because the tide is going this way and it wants to basically, the stern of the boat, I don't know if you can see this, was doing this. So obviously your spring line, which stops the stern sort of drifting out when the tide's running in one direction, you couldn't, basically what I'm trying to say is you couldn't help it happening, I don't think, with this type of boat at Heigham at a certain state of the tide. So what a bloody long story that was. Anyway, I slept last night, yay, and I feel more bunged up, but I feel better in myself. So on we go, and it's very bleak, and I'll show you outside. So if you see, this is the morning that greets us. When I say it's bleak and stuff, it is. It's grey, it's dull, it's overcast. Yet there's still beauty in it, you know what I mean? You know, if this was just like this, take this sky and then put it in sort of a housing estate, you're not really going to find beauty in it. But despite it not being all sort of blue and sunny, the way the reeds are, the mud, the reflections, the yachts sort of tied up, there is this kind of beauty, whatever the season or the weather on the Broads. So, got a craft behind me. I've moved over if he wishes to overtake. He was going faster than me, and now he's slowed down. So I'll let you know what happens, if anything. It's not the most interesting of stretches from Heigham to Breydon Water. It's mainly sort of reeds at high tide and mud and reeds at low tide. Well, shortly we'll be passing on our left hand side the Burning Arms Mill, which means we're but a mere bend away from Breydon Water. The weather has signs of improvement. I can see the sky, there's patches of blue. Things seem to be lifting up slightly, which is good. So I hope that it will be an easy crossing. on the Bure heading up it towards Acle, having crossed Breydon Water. As we came round to the yellow post at Breydon Water and headed up the Bure under the bridges, you could tell that you were suddenly going against the tide. The tide was still ebbing. The steering became a lot more responsive, but the boat slowed down. I'm trying not to use too many revs, however, keeping an eye on sort of, you know, fuel. That's better in my pocket than the boatyards, if you like. So the cost factor involved with that is it will take longer to do the journey. It's not a particularly interesting journey from here to Acle, but as I say, the weather continues to improve. There's more blue sky coming through and it seems like it's going to be a good day. So rough idea is that once we've gone through Acle, may stop off for water at Acle and then head off to Heigham when I can go to Latham's and leave Latham's, and then I'm really not sure. There's no real point in heading back down towards the likes of, say, Horning or Wroxham, etc. Tomorrow night, Thursday night, I need to be near base because I need to take the boat back Friday morning. So I feel a bit like having a lazy day today. Not too much driving, more up somewhere early afternoon and just call that a day kind of thing. So possibly a wild mooring tonight, possibly on the River Ant. So it's all in the lap of the gods at the moment what we're going to be doing. But as the sun just comes through there, I'll update you as when. Don't expect this vlog to be as long as previous ones, previous days, simply because, well, at the moment we're just heading up the Bure and it's just reeds and mud. There's not a lot to say really. So this is going to be a little bit shorter and perhaps less interesting for you watching. But more as it happens. So this is how to do a clove hitch, which I'm just going to show you because boatyards and navigation rangers, they will all show you how to do this, and it's over in a flash. There's numerous ways of doing this as well. This is my preferred method of doing this, and it's handy to know, so I thought I'd show you. Here's our rope on the boat, and here's our post. Take the rope this way round the post, like that, and then this part of the rope that you've now got leading off into the distance, curl around like that, and then do it like this, pull tight. That's now firm. You can then repeat a couple of times to make it a more secure knot. It also means that when you're going to be departing from a mooring, it is very easy to untie. Even if this is really taut, you just gently ease it up, and as you do, it all starts to unlock. See? Now, why I've got it like this, if you're clever, you can do this already done before you put it over the post. And that means that when you put it over the post, obviously you can do it in a kind of a lasso style. You know, you can do it like that. That's what a lot of the boatyards and rangers will do. But I just thought I'd show you that because it's so easy to do and, you know, take off again. So I hope that was a little bit informative. If you want to watch that again and maybe sort of practice on a bit of string at home round a chair leg or something before you come on a boating holiday, it's just a bit of advice on how to moor up and make sure you don't drift off in the evening. So hello, it is 11:06 AM. I've just departed from Acle, just outside Horizon Craft, where I topped up with water, and it's a glorious morning now. The sun's out, the warmth has increased, and we've still got the afternoon to go. I'm feeling a little bit more perky, so I'm sorry if the wind is on the microphones. I'll make this quick. I've turned the boat round because I want to go to Upton Dyke. I haven't been down Upton Dyke before, and as this is like the exploratory Broadland surveying blog, we've done all of the southern parts from down to Norwich, so now it's time to see something I haven't done before, and I'll take you along for the ride. Upton Dyke next. It's like the River Shet all over again, this. People say about, can I turn, you know, a 35, 40 foot cruiser in the basin at the bottom? And yes, you can if you're careful and use the ropes. They don't mention the fact that if you've got a 12 foot cruiser, there's about probably a foot either side of you between hitting a boat or the bank. Please be careful. if you're going to come down Upton Dyke, do it in a small boat, and don't do it when Hunter's fleet are all in. So that was Upton Dyke. Hello? Oh, now there's another boat coming along. Pleased I'm not then with 38 foot and 12 foot of boats standing around there, but hey. Right, let's see if we can get out this time. Highlander was just up for sale recently, £32,000. Looks absolutely immaculate. It's had a new engine, galley, heads, windows, roof, everything. kill our friendly Mr. Wasp again. So after having a little look up Upton Dyke, we're now on the River Thurne, heading towards Heigham. I plan some more there and then head into Latham's, get a couple of bits, pop out, back to the boat, and then head off to Womack Dyke that leads to Womack Water, where I think I will probably do my first wild mooring on this trip. And since it's going to be then roughly about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and since I've been going since 7, and since the last few days have been very early starts and lots of cruising, I'm going to have a lazy day. So it's not going to be much more to say. We'll go to Latham's, we'll turn around, we'll come back, we'll moor up at Womack Dyke, and that will be it. I'll call it a day, I'll have lunch, and then I think I'll just have a nap, catch up on some sleep, and enjoy doing nothing. There's been quite a lot of these chalets up for sale recently through Waterside estate agents, and the vast majority of them are leasehold, but there are a few freehold, and they're quite pretty, some of them. Some of them are a bit eccentric, some of the things they have outside. I think it's quite wonderful really, but typical kind of English ways. And this is a very nice Elysian 27 half cockpit cruiser coming up here that has a wooden superstructure. I presume it's wood, not just painted brown. So I've had to come into Herbert Woods boatyard because all the moorings out on the main river are taken. Herbert Woods seem to have very few boats out, but I think round here there is a couple of spaces. And I only need a little one. Except there's a 44-foot boat in my way. Space behind. Not sure how we're going to get in here. So here we are in Herbert Woods boatyard. I've just done a quick clean down of the boat and got my rubbish. So off to the rubbish bin and then Latham's and beyond. But they haven't got many boats out at the moment, Herbert Woods. It's interesting what you see on the river. You know, not many Herbert Woods, but quite a few Barnes Brink craft. And that's Serenade there with a gap that I could have got through, but I went for the mooring here. So it has been a long day. Left Breydon Quay at 7 AM and here we are now just past 2 and we're almost there. We're almost to our home mooring for this evening, but it has been a long day. What I'm going to try and do, and I'm not promising this is going to work, I'm going to try and show you how I wild moor when I'm on my own. It is a protracted situation, so yes, it's not like just done. It's depends on the wind and what direction it's blowing. That depends how quickly getting into the bank takes. Then one has to sort of use the rond anchors, and you only got 2 hands. Rope, hold the boat, rond anchor. Yeah, you get the idea. So it goes on for a bit, but you get there in the end. So if I can show you how that works, I will try. I'm just not sure. You probably won't be able to see it all because of where the camera's mounted. You'll either see the front or the back. I'll decide which later. Okay, so you can see the side of the boat there. So what I've done is first of all put the life jacket on, second of all get the rond anchors ready. So here is my mooring. I like this one because it's like a lay-by, nice and tucked out the way. So come in at tick over. This is a high-sided boat, high freeboard, so getting off on that low bank will take quite a bit of a jump. Now, get off. I've now thrown the rond anchors on the bank. I'm on the bank as well. Let's grab that forward rope. Now then, the wind's blowing the boat in. This means I don't have to worry. If the wind was blowing the boat away, I'd have to worry and hold it in, but it's not. bring the boat along a bit. I tend to hold the ropes like this. I can then lever either one as an out. So now the boat's where I want it, I'll go and get a rond anchor. We'll start with the first. I've left the stern rope because I know that the wind's not blowing the boat off. See, it's not really going anywhere. If it does go somewhere, I'll just put it in. I'm not that worried. Now we want to put our rond anchor quite away over there, not right on the edge. One firm thing, and then in with the foot. Put the line through there. And there we are. I don't tie mine to the rond anchor, I put mine on the cleat. Your way may be different to mine. But that's how you moor up on your own, wild. You repeat the same from the back. So, I don't know if you can see, I've just turned the camera around. Sometimes you have to go and find your rond anchors where you lift them. So basically you want to line your boat forward. There are many ways of doing this. This is mine. And I've never gone drifting, ended up waking up somewhere else. Job done. And so ends day 5 of the Captain's Blog here at Womack Dyke that leads down there to Womack Water. Now you can go to Womack Water or the 24-hour BA moorings and walk to Ludden to the King's Head, but I do like just to have your own little mooring. Nobody else is going to be bothering you, there's nobody that can moor near you, it's just you and the reeds rustling, and if you see almost what is your new bedroom window view, it really is something quite magical. This particular mooring is especially good, as I said, because it is cut in like a lay-by, and it means that other boats have more space to get past you, including the Wherry Albion if that's about. So this is like the safest wild mooring here, and it's a really nice dry firm bank, good to put rond anchors in. So that's all there is to say really. Thanks for coming along for the ride today. I don't know what we'll do tomorrow, probably steady on, probably not that much. I'm not going to get up at sort of 6 o'clock like I did this morning and all the rest of it. Tomorrow's going to be just a lazy cruising about kind of a day. But if you have been watching, then thanks. Until tomorrow in day 6. Bye for now.